Narcissists love playing people against each other. It's one of the best ways they get their needs met in terms of validation and just feeling good about themselves. And triangulation is one of the key ways in which they do that. If you were discarded by the narcissist and they're off to somebody new, a new supply, you can be sure that they'll be triangulating you against that person. In a sense, they'll probably be posting pictures on social media because they know that you'll be stalking their social media. And of course, the pictures will make them two look very happy together, which of course would upset you, would touch on those sore wounds about the breakup, about you missing the narcissist. It validates them. And maybe if there were certain things that you really enjoyed, maybe if you really enjoyed the beach, something you and the narcissist did together, the narcissist will probably put pictures of them and the new supply at the beach, kind of showing, proving the point that you have been replaced. Now we're doing the things that they used to do with you, things that you enjoyed doing with the narcissist. Now the narcissist is doing with this new person. Or maybe even better, what if there was something that you always wanted to do with a narcissist, but you never got around to it? Maybe there was this really unique seafood restaurant at the beach, and you always wanted to go with a narcissist. And maybe they promised a few times, but it never worked out. The narcissist will usually take the opportunity to take the new supply to that seafood restaurant and post it, of course, on social media, make it known to you where they've been, because they know that would upset you. It's almost as if they're living the dream which you should have had with them, but with this other person, because it devastates you. So they triangulate you. But the triangulation doesn't really stop there. It also goes the other way around, which is narcissists will also, when talking with this new person, when hanging out with their new partner, the new supply, they'll bring your name up in the conversation from time to time. Or maybe they'll keep a few pictures of you on their phone. And at certain opportune moments, they'll bring you up in conversation with the new person, or might show images of you, for example, pictures on the phone, as a way to triangulate the person against you and make them feel bad. Kind of like the narcissist is in a way signaling to the other person that you're still living in their life through conversations and through images. It's like there's still your presence there. So the triangulation goes both ways. Narcissists like to have their cake and eat it. They like to play both sides. They like to win in all ways. But what about them enjoying their time with the new supply? Like, are they really enjoying the time with the new supply? Well, probably yes. Because if they would have dumped you, they were onto this new person that they secured as somebody who can help them get their needs met. Somebody who gives them the excitement they're after, who keeps their ego stroked, who services their needs and doesn't really question them much and doesn't really cause narcissistic injuries. That's all fine, but the narcissist enjoys the presence of this new person even more so knowing that you still want them. So it's almost like if the narcissist is living in bliss with this new person, maybe 25, 30, or even 50% of that bliss isn't really coming from the new person, but it's knowing that you still want them. You still wanting them fires them up and kind of gives them that extra edge, that extra juice to enjoy their time with this new person. It energizes them. And what's the relevance of that? The relevance of that is the moment it becomes clear to the narcissist that you are no longer interested in them, that you are happy to be out of the picture, the new supply, the value of the new supply, the potency of the new supply starts to dwindle. It starts to become diluted. It's a really strange thing because narcissists like having two people, at least, actively wanting them in their lives. And they're kind of playing both people at the same time. One of them, you, being somebody who they discarded, but they're still playing you because they're reaping the supply from your devastation and they're reaping the supply from you wanting them back. Even if it doesn't seem so, even if they're quiet, they're not part of your life, they have this way of knowing. They're very intuitive in that sense. And sometimes they check up on you in ways which you don't really foresee. It's not always visible to you, but they know what's going on in your mind with regards to them. Usually. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty accurate. And as long as they feel and know that you still want them, that gives them a lot of extra juices, which they then expend on this new person to make themselves seem more exciting in the eyes of the new person because they've got more juice, more energy. But a lot of that's coming from you. It's like your devastation and misery is leaking out of supply, which the narcissist is then recycling into the new person. But what's the takeaway of all that? That's why I always say, work on yourself. Work on letting the narcissist go. Don't hate them. Don't want them back. Just be as indifferent towards them as you can be. Accept that you have plenty going on for you in your life. If you don't see it yet and it's not happening yet, it will soon. Trust me. Certain things, if you keep your head up and you focus on yourself, you focus on recentering yourself, rebalancing yourself, starting off with the small, simple things, enjoying the simple things again. You don't need somebody love bombing you to feel good about yourself. No. There are simple things you can enjoy. Start from there. You'll get momentum in your life. Good things will come in. But then the narcissist realizes that you're no longer devastated and missing them. So all of a sudden, instead of them focusing 100% of the time on the new supply, they often start focusing, say, 50% of their energy on the new supply. And then the other 50% of their energy and thought processes are centered around you and wondering what you're up to, wondering why aren't you showing signs that you're miserable without them, wondering why you aren't chasing them. And that's where they start spending so much time wondering, how can they get back into your life? How can they get some kind of leverage over you again? How can they get you wanting them again? And oftentimes that comes with them having to pretend, or at least sometimes even believe, that they want you back. That's the only way they can get back into your life, as if they come up with this whole new reality where they're sorry for what happened before, they see your value now, they're changed. Sometimes the narcissist has to go through that whole process of convincing you that they're completely changed just to get you to entertain what they have to say. And all that happens because, maybe they, when they are with this new person, maybe they are excited by the new person. They do like this new person. They're getting positive supply from the new person, but they're also getting the negative supply from your misery. But when you no longer supply them with your negative supply, then the balance which they had held, being your negativity and the other person's positivity, becomes ruptured. And they need to rebalance things, and they have to rebalance things by getting you back into their life. So I'm just going to cut it off there. But so just realize the triangulation goes both ways. If you're feeling bad because the narcissist is with this new person and you see it, you can be sure that the narcissist is also doing something similar to this new person, even though you don't notice. And the moment you stop caring and wanting them back, then you throw them off balance, and all of a sudden, instead of them focusing all their energy in the new supply, a lot of their energy starts focusing on how they can get back into your life and getting you back. It's just the way their mindset works, about having leverage over people, control over people, and the way, the shininess of new toys always wears off in time, and then the dullness of their old toys usually starts to shine more in time if the person stops chasing the narcissist.